The internet is abuzz with the hunt for Gollum. I don't have any excitement over it. I mean, the Hobbit movies weren't as good, and then we got that god-awful Rings of Power. We already tore that one a new asshole. You can watch that. These actors sound like they're reading fortune cookies.
It is said the wine of victory is sweetest for those in whose bitter trials it is fermented.
Be curious always, for knowledge will not acquire you. You must acquire it.
But ambition knows no obstacles. See, we did a whole scene right there. That could have been a whole scene.
Click here. And then there was also that Hunt for Rohirrim movie that came out. I do not have high faith for any of the upcoming movies. And I hate the idea of another actor playing Aragorn. I can't stand the idea of another actor playing Aragorn.
I had a hard time. I loved Henry Cavill as the new Superman when they kind of cut him out and they brought this new guy in. I know they tried to say it's, portraying a younger Superman, but it's kind of like the same thing. When you have a movie or a series that does really, really well and people fall in love with the characters, and he was phenomenal as Aragorn, to then say you're going to cast it to somebody else because maybe they don't want to come back or they're too old. It just, I don't like it. Once I like a character, it's hard to then want to picture somebody else in that role.
That's why no one really liked the Han Solo movie as well, too. That was another, like, you can't take this iconic character and be like, okay, we need a younger actor to play them, and it's just, it doesn't feel right.
It's hard for Hollywood these days to keep a story going because the mentality's shifted. All the work's done in post-production. Production is just like, get it out of the way, but that's really where the magic happens. The package that producers are putting together, it used to be script, writer, actor, director. Mm-hmm. That's what you're selling. These days it's all IP. It's like, okay, well, we own Star Wars, so we better make a Star Wars movie. The script is incidental, the actors are incidental, everything's incidental. Just, get the butts in the seat to see the new Star Wars movie, and even if people don't like it, we'll still make money off it,
Yeah.
But really, the emphasis on the marketing, honestly, more than even pre-production and post-production. The magic happens in production because film is ultimately a collaborative medium, and it's the synergy of the actors and the crew and everybody on set working together that creates something in the moment, and you capture that on film.
If you watch the behind the scenes of Lord of the Rings, everyone who is there is just like loving the process.
I would go to Weta all the time. I was fascinated with what they were doing.
Liv would often come down to the workshop and sit with us and just talk over things, be involved in the making of stuff, actually sit for her own sculptures and get to know the guys really well.
And Viggo, I think, saw his sword as being the key into his character. And as a result, he didn't really want to go anywhere without his sword.
He caught us out as well on arriving at Weta. He said to me, so how would I keep it sharp?
I asked for a sharpening stone, because if you're fighting that many times and you're parrying that many times and cutting through armor and all that, you need to sharpen your sword now and then.
So indeed we went ahead and cast up a little urethane replication of a whetstone so that in theory Strider could sharpen the edge of his sword.
You see Peter Jackson taking ideas from the actors of what should happen next. It was just like a very collaborative process of everyone pouring their love into these movies.
The magic of production.
Yes, the magic of production.
Yeah.
I love how the CGI in this was a minimum. It was only used as a last resource if they absolutely had to.
There is something special about using miniatures that Peter loves, and Peter wanted to do as much with large miniatures as he could.
Chuck Schumann, who was in charge of shooting that sequence, did a brilliant job of working out the details of matching the lighting of the miniature to the live-action lighting, and also because in many cases the moves had to be elaborately massaged to fit, because in many cases there were several different layers of miniature stretching back in depth, and they all had to be shot at in different positions and at different speeds.
No movies are about shoving as much crap into each shot as possible.
It's so dense, every single image has so many things going on.
The implausibility of things that happen in the scene are so astounding that it makes me laugh out loud.
It's so dense. Every single image has so many things going on.
Shut up. There's only one thing that's dense here, and it ain't the frame.
You can tell it's overly CGI, which that became like a huge thing, I want to say, in the late 90s, early 2000s. And at that point, you lose the heart of the story. You lose everything else that goes with it because everyone's trying to focus on capturing that kind of stuff instead.
Lifelong friends. There's not one member of the Fellowship that I don't think I'll know for the rest of my life.
Those friendships that are so important to the story as well were a reality, and a reality because of what we had to go through together.
Elijah, I think it was his original idea. He and Viggo Mortensen had sorted out a tattoo artist, and he opened up shop one Sunday morning, and we all showed up there and were tattooed. So, yeah.
I think the main thing is love. If you don't have a director that loves what they're creating, it's not going to come out good. If you don't have actors and writers that are passionate about what they're doing, there's no love involved in it. They're just pumping out these like soulless products. Yeah, they make money on it, but then these movies don't endure. They have a big opening weekend, and then everyone forgets about it because next week there's another movie coming out. And the movie you just saw was not a movie, it was a commercial for the next 10 movies that they're putting out. Lord of the Rings has endured because we've got nothing in the past decades but these soulless IP franchises. Mm-hmm. And now they're trying to turn Lord of the Rings into a soulless IP franchise with Rings of Power, with, War of the Rohirrim and all these new movies. And it's just, we don't need any more Tolkien being developed. They were produced, we had the animated series back in the day, and now we had like the perfect movies. It's like, it's been done, the movies hold up, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Let Lord of the Rings be what it was. I don't want to see any more. Personally, I don't want to see any more content made.
I totally agree with you. I think we've reached the process of it feels like entertainment industry only cares about the profit over the process. And so I think that's what you're seeing with a lot of these newer stuff coming out. Like they just want to take Lord of the Rings and just try to ride off that high with it with the new stuff. And it's just, it's awful. Can we just stop with the constant remakes of movies? Like, we don't need The Star is Born 22 times and anything else. Can we please focus on new content? There are so many books that could be adapted to movie. Hello, we all have some. All of our books could be made into great movies or series content. Like, it's just getting tired and boring that we keep remaking the same things instead of fresh new perspective, ideas, and talent. So that just needs to stop.
All you have to do is decide what to do with the time that is given to you.
And like and subscribe.
Love it.